Good afternoon. Welcome to the Auckland Bush podcast. Here with me, your host, much like Marty Mr. Rocker Party, better known as King Gobeni. And today we have some truly amazing and terrific guests who are going to be telling us about their movement. It's the Winners Party movement. They are here to shape and build a brighter future for today's youth and impact society as a whole. So we're going to hear from them just what they're about and what they have in store for all of you. And I'm not alone. I've got an amazing co-host by the name of KG who will be sharing insight and also asking those grueling questions. So welcome, and how are you guys doing?
No, yeah, well, yourself.
We're good. It's good to have you. So what is the Winners Party movement all about?
No, the Winners Movement Party, it's a political organization which it was registered earlier May this year and was approved around the 26th of May, which I'm serving under the Winners Movement Party as the party leader. My name is Oketso Moyane Sorman. Not to introduce myself, I apologize to the public and everyone in the studio. By the way, I'm Oketso Moyane. I'm the president of the Winners Movement Party. The Winners Movement Party is a political organization that was registered this year around May. It was approved on the 26th of May. The Winners Movement Party is here to serve the interest of the young people. We have saw that we as the young people of Bushbuck Region South Africa as a whole, we are being misled by this other organization that are here, which I cannot state their names because I'm not here to decampaign them or to state anything bad about them, but to talk what's real under politics.
All right, as you talk about misleading without pointing to the actual targets, how would you further emphasize on that? How would you tell us that what is the misleading intention that they're going on?
No, the misleading intention that I'm referring to, as I can refer to, there are several programs that our municipality is initiating. They're initiating wrong programs, like EPWP programs are there that are saving, I don't see it saving any interest of young people, because they are calling it that it's a learnership. But we understand the content learner to say after learning I should acquire a certain skill, then I must be accredited with some certificate so that I can utilize that certificate. But this EPW program that people are going every day in the morning to attend the municipality, they spend 4 to 3 hours, then they come back every day. After 12 months, those young people, then they'll be damned away. Then the second thing, why I'm talking about the misleading, if we can go to the Bushbuck local municipality to check there's a guy so-called, I cannot be shy to call his name, there's a guy called Realm Diban. He's serving under your desk there at the municipality, which is no longer a young person. According to us as the Winners Movement Party, we believe that that office, immediately when people they can vote us to go to power, we are going to make sure that we are going to for a policy review. We want to review that post so that at least it should be a term office, that anyone who graduates as a young person should be removed from that office, so that the young person that will be taking off will be making sure that he takes care of, he knows what young people they want actually, what is it that it will benefit young people. But if you put an elder person at the youth desk there at the Bushbuck municipality, he don't serve any purpose. The only thing that's happening, you can attest to that. People who are working there, people who have joined a certain organization. It means that if you're not the member, for an example, if you're not a member of the Winners Movement Party, you cannot be given an opportunity of learnership. If you can check who's dominating there at Akonuk region, there at Castine region, there at Bushbuck region, you can name them all satellites of Bushbuck region municipality. It's only people of a certain organization because they are serving only the interest of those organizations alone.
Oh, so it doesn't really affect the community. It's just an in-house thing where people are benefiting from within, no actual impact from the outside.
Yes, you cannot be being taken, even if you can put your application there. Yeah, I can assure you, even if we can take a physical, practical, we can go and check there. You can see, then ask them. Most of them, we know them. There's people who are overaged now. As I speak to you now, there's a class that Maripe Senior School there. There's a class of, they're saying there's a learnership there, but I don't know what is the purpose of that learnership, because people who are there, they are over the age of 35, so that you can see that there's problem in terms of understanding when we're talking about the issue of learnerships are meant for this age from 18 up to 35 years old, and which we as the Winners Movement Party, we are having problem with that. That is why we are saying we have registered this organization to say we want to go for policy review in terms of employment here in Bushbuckridge. To say if you are saying young people from the age of 18 to 35, if you are over 35 years old, you cannot be employed. We are saying no to that as the Winners Movement Party. That's why we are talking about that we are being misled, because people who are 36 years old, they are still young, are still young graduates of the Youth League, but then where are they going to work? Then it means that government should initiate a program of them receiving a grant, the same as those who are receiving 350 grant. And I don't see that 350 grant serving any purpose, because it creates problem for South Africa. Because those people immediately they receive that money, they go and drink alcohol. Instead of taking that money, invest on bringing new things, employment, creating farms, creating space, facilities for our students to go and learn. Because if we can check in Bushbuckridge, we are having facilities that are no longer working here. Then it means that where should we go? When we receive that 350, young people, they go and drink alcohol. That's the only thing that they can do. Then at the end of the day, they impregnate each other. That's what is happening in Bushbuckridge.
Okay, Mr. President, what inspired you to be the president of the Winners?
What inspired me to become the president of the Winners Movement Party, it is that I've saw that we as young people, we are not represented correctly. Then we need to stand up as the young people of Bushbuckridge. But it's not an organization of Bushbuckridge, it's a national organization. We are established here in Bushbuckridge. That's where we have established this organization from. But we are willing to be all over South Africa. That is why we're going to contest national and provincial elections. The reason for me to be motivated, it is that I just saw that there's no young person who's leading an organization as young people.
Now that you mentioned that you are representing the young people, are you focusing more on young people, or you are focusing on abroad? Or
generally, our first priority is young people. We are generalizing everyone who's living in South Africa. We're here to represent anyone's interest, whether you are working, whether you are a student, whether you are unemployed, more especially on those who are employed. We want to put more focus on them, to say we want to initiate ways and programs to make sure that employment in South Africa should be created, other than investing money. As I can indicate to you, to say South Africa, we are having money, funds are there. It needs people to go and unlock that money. Because if you can check the national parliament, what's happening there, we had faith on Julius Malema to say it's going to represent us as South Africans. But what he's doing now, he's no longer saying anything. Now there's 600 million that is there to vanguard against a xenophobic attack. Instead of utilizing that money, empower young people. Now there's an issue saying that there's Ethiopian and other foreign business people that they are being attacked here in South Africa. That's very wrong, because South Africa should give young people funds to open those shops, to make sure that they utilize the space of being young entrepreneurs. There's NYDAs. If you bring your proposal there, you'll be surprised when you move around South Africa. You see the very same program or your very same plan that you have initiated, it has been implemented by someone else. Instead, they've taken that plan, they've given it to someone else who's affiliated to a certain political organization.
Okay, Mr. President, if now you were to win these local government elections, who's going to be the mayor? I want to check the mayoral candidate before we go to the councillor's candidate. We'll touch it late, but now I want to touch this one of mayoral candidate.
Now automatically, as the political leader, I'm going to take over as the mayoral candidate of the Winners Movement Party. I'm going to contest them, irregardless of my age and experience and stuff. But according to me, I believe that I do have enough experience, because what we are initiating is things that's going to benefit the whole South Africa. It's something that's going to benefit people of Bushbuckridge. More especially, we want to dwell much on young people, because we understand that we are the only people who are being neglected by this ruling government.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. President. Are you with the General Secretary, right?
Yes.
Okay, General Secretary, I want to check the membership of the Winners Political Party. Is the political party growing, or what's happening?
Okay, no. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everybody for inviting us here. Coming to your question, and before answering your question, let me introduce myself first. My name is Kari Shomifat Chilwani. I am the General Secretary of the Winners Movement Party. Going back to your question, our memberships are growing with a fast pace, actually. Every day we are receiving new members, huge numbers. So it's very clear that people are having confidence in us because we are very young. They know that we are still vibrant. We can represent them in a correct way because we are fighting for everyone to be equal here in South Africa, especially in Bushbuckridge. So the main purpose of our party is to make sure that each and every individual in this Bushbuckridge area is treated equally so. Because, if you look from the point that our president raised here, coming to the issue of unemployment, yes, it is true, we are being misled here. If you're not a certain member of a political party, let me mention the leading political party, you won't benefit anything. We are being told that each and every individual, especially the youth, they should go back to school and study. Study for what? Because they study every year in South Africa. 788,000 children are graduating, but then none of them are getting jobs. They all remain unemployed, which is a negative impact in our country, not only in Bushbuckridge. So that has to change, but then the change begins with us as the youth. Change begins with me before. And then I have to take that change and motivate the others to change as well. What is change? Let me dwell on that question before. Change is when we instill positive mindset in all the people that are living here. Let's do away with discouraging our youth, because this leading government is discouraging everyone. You go to school, you graduate, and then you become unemployed. But then, when you look at the leading government, people of the ages of 65 and above, they are still working. Yet they are telling us that we should work from 18 to 65 years. What are they doing there?
We are about to go to a little break. We'll be back with the Winners Party movement as they have more to unpack here with us in studio. So please make sure that you come back for more because the story has just begun of their journey of dominance.
Akon Winners Podcast. Real talk, real thoughts. Let's connect.
And we are back here in studio with the Winners Party movement. Remember, they are here to tackle issues that are going on with the youth here in our country, as it's not just about local, but also national taking down all the systematic problems that have been bringing in issues of corruption, fraud, and you name it. So as we are back, we are here with you guys, and please tell us more about your positioning and what you aim to do with this organization.
No, thanks, man. The Winners Movement Party, we are a well-structured organization. Inhlangano lowu nga tshamiseka swinene ngopfu. Inhlangano lowu nga sungula hi vantshwa swinene. Vantshwa va Bushbuckridge South Africa angarhela. Ya va hlohlotela swinene ku a va ta join inhlangano leyi. Inhlangano ya vantshwa swinene ngopfu because it tisa ku vantshwa hi va nga na matimba ya ku tsutsuma, because older people, they tried with the previous organization, as I've indicated that I cannot mention them to say there's this organization. It is denting or bad mouthing another organization, which we are not that organization. We are a very well disciplined organization. We are at the highest moral discipline standard. We're an organization that's here to lead. Then we are having all structures. We are having the structure of the young people in the absence of our president of the young people, but in the presence of the Women's League, she's here, Sheriam Lim, which is the one who's leading the Women's League. Then my secretary is here, my chairperson is here, the DP is here, everyone, then they'll be introducing each other the moment to give them chance. But more special Bushbuckridge local municipality, Rona, Badudi Bush, Rona, Badudi South Africa, Utlisha Uchincha, Kamata, make a show, or Bushbuckridge, Kuna Uchincha, especially at Tazamishu, Opolar Tavila Minoir, Yarban Motu, Uchanza, over 35 years, affiliates and one over Michamishumo, argument and the Winners Movement Party know that is why we are here. A show, Ria policy review. Cheding Chidio Chinchakamna Maspala Warena, Tahutsana Kago youth desk, Rodira Tishi or Ria policy review, Mutola Soring officer with desk, Mamu change even a term office, Yagor Mutuhar, 85 years old, a graduate, Tabachele Moso Omwe, or Lena Hono Twara, Tokana E, Yahuchola Pil or Lebaso.
And I have to ask, speaking on the age discrimination matter, the youth is usually portrayed as reckless, as if we are at a time where we just want to party non-stop. What are the contributing factors that are influencing the youth to be focused into that lifestyle? And is that an excuse to say that painting everybody with the same brush, to say that the youth is reckless, we cannot trust them? Because I, for one, speaking as a young individual, I once contacted this insurance company, and then I'm like, oh, please invest in the youth, and the message that they gave me was, we don't work with young people. And that for me was like, oh, so how do we sort this out of how do we restructure it to make sure that there's not a negative portrayal that is maintained and nobody does a thing about it?
Now, we're here as the Winners Movement Party, and we don't fully agree to that, to say young people are not responsible. My belief is that, as per from Mpumalanga, under my region, my sub-region of Bushbuck Ridge, we're even capable young people, we're even people who can carry responsibilities, because most of these young people who reside here in Bushbuck Ridge, most of them, they're heading families. That is why we are saying they have carried the responsibility. They cannot fail to carry the mandate of any given by the company. We believe that Bushbuck Ridge has capacity. We have graduates who now are busy working under the farms at Woodspread. We are having young people who have doctorates, who are working under the learnerships of EPWP that don't serve any purpose. So we are saying that just a discrimination of when people, they don't want to accommodate young people. As we speak, yourself and myself now, we're having an insurance company that just pitched up here in Bushbuck Ridge, RMA, Matla, it is there at Akonuk Plaza, Mega City. It has employed most young people there. They have trusted them with their product. Then they will prove themselves. Even Avbop, they've employed a lot of young people here in Bushbuck Ridge. It simply tells you that we have capacity. If you may check now, people who are taking over on the educational system, it's young people, young teachers. When you check under a doctorate at any hospital or any private hospital, we are having young people, more especially Bushbuck Ridge, it's establishing capable people. So we are having engineers, young engineers who are building bridges, who are bringing difference to South Africa. Most of them, if you can name them, they are there. Previously in South Africa, we had Miss South Africa. She's from here at Mapaleni. She's one of our products. She's one of my products. I was once a chairperson there at church. I was churching with them. I was the one who was encouraging them. We have Vince the poet. He was encouraged by me. I can mention most of the people. People that I'm talking about are people who are holding careers, serious careers. Are people like Claudia Mashiro, as I've indicated that she's Miss South Africa. Then she was contesting for Miss Universal. I'm the one who encouraged her, and I'm proud of that. I'm not shy to say that. Vince the poet, you saw her at Isidingo, you saw her all over. She's there everywhere on the social media platform. She's there. I'm the one who encouraged him. So that's why I'm saying, Bushbuck Ridge, we have capacity. That's why we are saying we are ready to lead this country, and we are ready to lead this region of Bushbuck Ridge. And we're going to make sure that we prove that, and to make sure that we want to build a trust to each and every company or any investor to come here in Bushbuck Ridge, to come and invest.
Oh, okay, thank you, Mr. President. Now, you've touched a lot of things now. Thank you for that. We want to understand here the aims, objectives, missions of the organizations.
Okay, the aims of this organization, it is to do away with the issue of unemployment and to do away with the issue of crime that's affecting our people. When we're talking about crime, people, they think that we are talking about stealing. That we are talking about stealing, break house, your robbery and stuff. No. When we're talking about crime, we're talking about a big element to say that's investment that has been stolen away from us as young people by this ruling government. As I can speak now, there's this element of sports and art and culture here in Bushbuck Ridge. That's money that is being invested each and every year, but that money is not serving any purpose. Then we are here to make sure that we want to bring difference on that, and that's money that it was invested. Like for an example, you know that previous what happened, Bushbuck Ridge and Mpumalanga, it was attacked by the natural cause. Then we declared that this disaster, but money, it was being given to comrades of a certain political organization, then that's stealing, that part of stealing from our people. The service delivered that the people they do deserve. If you can move around, you'll see houses being built behind a big house, but there's someone who's living under a sheikh there for more than 30 years today, but is still voting the very same organization. Then we are not pleased as the Winners Movement Party. That's the reason why we said, let's start this organization to make sure that now we understand we are still a new organization and we're trying to grow. Then we'll make sure that our role is to make sure that we make oversight on every project that will be implemented in Bushbuckridge, because if there won't be any people who are busy monitoring anything that's happening, then the issue of element of crime, it will grow in Bushbuckridge. If you can check, they are saying that they are appointing CFO at the municipality, but when you check, that person don't have relevant document to serve on that position. If you may check, we are having your MMC. They are saying this is an MMC of social development. That person don't have relevant document to serve under that office. So it will be our role to make sure that we emphasize that, to say no, you cannot place that MMC. Regardless to say you are going to say it's a political deployment, but deploy capable people with relevant document. Then we are aiming towards that. And also we are aiming to say, want to write to the president direct, to say, President, the 350, we appreciate it, thank you, President. Then you can just cancel this 350 of yours, then invest that money in terms of creating employment, then empower young entrepreneurs. Let's make sure, because a lot of SMEs that has been registered under social development. There's a lot of NPOs. Now there's a new emerging NPOs that are emerging, but are not being funded for. Then they end up not saving any papers. Then those SMEs that I'm referring to, each and every year they are paying their annual tax returns to the government. Then where does that money go? Because our companies are not working. But we are complying, because if you're not complying, they'll be telling you that you are a non-complying company. So then we are here, and also we want to make sure that under the procurement of Bushbuckridge local municipality, we want to bring different to say they should make sure that they employ relevant companies, employ companies with experience. For an example, I can give you an example. There's a technical TVET stadium there. It's not completed yet. The EFF tried to make follow-ups on that, but at the end, nothing is happening. That facility, it will assist our school children. That is why we're happy, because now that's Kruger United. It's from Bushbuckridge. It means that that money of sports and agriculture will be invested to Kruger. We're saying congratulations also to them, to say that money will be invested, because we're having these people who are busy dancing Chongolo, Shibena, those young girls, those young boys, they need to be empowered. That money should be utilized now. Now, as we speak, yourself and myself, we have young, talented people of Bushbuckridge who are soccer players. Some of them are musicians, but are not being taken care of. Then they need people to push that, say, look, we're having these young people. Can you invest on those people? So if we are not here as the Winners Movement Party, it means that there's no one who's going to make follow-ups on behalf of young people, and also even our greenies, because they don't receive water on a day-to-day. They don't have access to roads. I think that we're going to push the municipality. We're not going to sit there and drink water and eat whatsoever. That will be catered for. We're not going to even eat even a plate at the municipality. If we be given a chance, our role is to make sure that we are going to expose things, and we're going to make sure we don't expose them just to expose them for the purpose of exposing. No, we are going to make sure that there will be a solution on top of that. Then expect several cases that will be opened by the Winners Movement Party the moment we go to the municipality. We want a forensic report that will be given to us to say how was fund of Bushbuckridge municipality was utilized, how was people being catered with the budgets that were allocated. For an element of that sports and art and culture that I'm talking about, the issue of social development that we're talking about, that money, we don't see that money being utilized for. We don't see that money serving any purpose. People of Bushbuckridge don't benefit anything from that.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. President. Now you have heard a lot of stuff. We thank you very much. I want to know your electoral strategy. Like, your party is still new now, so how are you going to make people to have trust in your newly formed political party? Because most of political parties, they came with a lot of promises, but they didn't deliver. even the current system that we have is fluctuating, is changing overnight. So how are you going to make people to trust your political party?
No, thanks for that question. We're not the same as those political parties. We are very smart and ambitious. We think out of the box. Then we think for 2030, before we arrive to 2030. We plan our things on time. People, they trusted us. Most of us were serving in non-organizational structures. We're well known by these people. We've been rendering services. The reason for us to start this organization is that people, they were telling us, say, open an organization so that we can support you, we can have funds, you can deliver things to us, because we have drilled a lot of boreholes, we have built a lot of houses, we have assisted old people, we have dealt with the issue of crime, we have initiated programs like, for an example, my secretary is the one who's teaching school children after classes. We are having a lot of people that are motivating people and our organization. We are having several departments and our organization that we are initiating, and also we are about to register an NPO under this organization, and also we are about to register a trade union, because as you can see, for an example, where we are here at Akon Mall, our people are not being represented. Anytime they can chase you away for just a little mistake, you are being chased away because you don't have any representative that will represent you in terms when they take you for a hearing. There's no one who's going to stand for you. We have witnessed that.
Okay, thank you, President. I want to check if ever now you are not taking the total power on these local government elections, will you be able to form coalition with another political parties, or maybe you won't agree or just stand on your own? What's going to happen?
No, we will form a coalition with other, especially the new established organization, young organization that are serving the interest of young people. But the only organization that we cannot go to bed with is the ANC. We are not going to go to bed with the ANC, and also even DA. We cannot associate ourselves with DA because we believe that the two. They are sharing the same blanket. That is why today we're having this GNU that's not serving any interest of our people. Then it's only an issue of saying that they'll be debating on the issue of how do they chow the economy of South Africa. Then also there are some new established organization that we cannot go to bed with, because we are still making assessment of organization that we want to associate ourselves with. We cannot associate ourselves with criminals. We cannot associate ourselves with people who don't have an interest on young people, who don't have an interest on service delivery to be given to people who deserve the service delivery. We cannot associate ourselves. If there's a need for us to stand alone to be a certain opposition, we can do that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. We will come back on that one to unpack more issues. I want to go to the General Secretary. General Secretary, I want you to tell us about the membership and the structure of the party. The President has already touched some of the few structures, but he left. I want to check with you that do you have a Veterans League, or it's only Women's League and the Mother Board only, or what? Can you please unpack that one, Mr. Secretary?
Okay, no. E re go le go ga resho ke gopola e be ka Sotho. Ke kenem. Taba ya structure sa the Winners Movement Party. Ke gopela go e break down. Re na di structures ka mo garine ka mo bela ka mo Mr. President di hlalosiye. Bana bja la re sa hlalosi gore the Winners Movement Party ke party ya re e sa le mtsa se ya gale ka matla. Ra sa fetsa go e forma. E viela ga ne balo mo re kenre bola na go so re ga re sa bola batho ba golo ba re gone go ba tshela mo party re bele batho ba golo ba re to ba la structure sa bona gore ba gone go re ya go pula gore mutši wo se na motho mo golo ka gare wa go se wa go sa fe maile wa lahlega be le gore re sa kena ka lopeng re sa leketsa ka matla gore re be na bo ka mo mokgahlong wa rone ba gone go re ya ga re be bana ba go tswela pele ba go gola ka hlompho ke se re se gopelang se ne re sa nyakana na ba gona a re so form structure sa bona re sana ka re ba gahlane ka moka then re kgone form structure sa ga botse tse ke nyoko botsang ka tsona tsa re di a phela ke tse sa ba sware naso ka sgware re ke youth league re na le sona structure sense ya phela sa exist sa ga re se ata ba se tswela pele ba makamere ko mwana wa go khotsofatsa ka mana sa go nthabisa ka bona gore mo ke lebelle ba sa ba rone ke batho ba ngwana ba ba optimistic mo bophelong a ba dumele di challenges di ba gatela mo bophelong re achieve gore most ya batho they are susceptible to facing challenges but then the major factor is how you as an individual tackle those challenges facing you so the thing gore ba sa ba rene ba achieve a challenge mo face a challenge o achieve a bo fela ba le fast challenge o itse ya lo go le ntware e mo tshutisa gore ka motshwana a achieve gore di tsam khuto di a phela bophelong and o itse go le motivation mo gaga structure sa rona sa youth league se tsega botse bi nna ke proud ka sona and most ya bona ke batho ba re ba sa rata le sekolo and ba motivate ana re sekolo se bohlokwa ka se go ba fela ba re education is the key so se bohlokwa sekolo mo la ga bona ke tšwe monyana mo la ga bona mala ke tšhabela ka mo la ga bommane ka mo la ga le re women's league ka sekgo mo re ke na mo la ga women's league mola awa ke ba faltso women's league ya rone ya ema mo re lebelela go tloganyana kana konyana inyana e re thomeng ka yona women's league ya rone e kgonne go tsema tsapa ya gore ba sepile ba lebela rona ke meeting ye mekae ye leng gona re batho ba gona gore ba hloka mo go hloka le meeting yana ya go etsela ishiyo ba iba tsema tsapa gona le batho ba re ba egela moji ka mola nka sana pe ke ba mention ka mabitso ka re moa a ra ka ra gopela re mention mabitso a bona go mention le bitso la motho nya ka mo dumellang ne le dumellang mara women's league ya rona e maka bo nnete ba re mo ba senang ga o yetsela ba ema re be re cry batho ba le re ba kry le motho re ba gona go yetsela ke matla ya basadi mo ba re basadi ba tshwara tipa ka bogaleng re bona ba women's league re unere le banna re no shirka sa gone re gona re tlo gona ka bo mmane ba mo ba re thega re fela re tswela pele go pola re bo papa rena le go lahla re noshi mara mona le msadi fela bo tsara papa wena ka morenya ka re ka mo re lahlise re ka mo re gona go isana re tswela pele so structure tse leng gona ka mo ka tsona ke ra le se sa rune sa di seniors ka mola sa go tshwara mother body ka mka yona e berekisana ka hlompo e be tswela pele ka tsela ya maleba ya gona go kwishishana gore a gona solo sa re ke tlo se sola mo ga bona ntho le ngwana e tswela pele ka tshwanelo mogahlo rene wa gola ka tsela ya go khotsafatsa ka matla.
Thank you, General Secretary. So a new political party is coast secretary. Where do you get the funds? Because movement I see you most of the time you are gathering people, lot of people in one place. So one day transport what's happening
Now let me come in on that one. We are an organization that's not been funded for. We are running our project of this organization at a zero budget, which we are not shy away to say that. We are young people who are not determined by food, who are not determined by whatsoever t-shirts. That is why you can see there's still a lack of t-shirts. If we're funded for, you will foresee t-shirts being distributed all over Bushbuck Ridge, but you can see we have limited t-shirts. We as young people, we are funding ourselves through the pockets that if one has £2, would put it on table to say, today we need to buy A4 papers to print out forms, then there's no one who's funding this organization.
Okay, so if someone comes and would like to fund you, will you accept?
We'll accept, but if that it's in good intentions, but not in bad intention to say you want to fund us, then you control us, you make us or manipulate us, you make us to do wrong things that will not be serving the interest of the people, or things that will not be at the right hand of the road of the law. We will not allow that. We will only appreciate people who want to fund us for the good cause of seeing the organization grow and seeing the organization doing good things to the public.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. Chairperson of Women's League. Chairperson of Women's League, right?
President.
Chairperson, all right. Kenya go check up with you, Chairperson over. King say ka tlhotlheletsang bommane gore ba fetsa ba joina Winners Party.
Okay, ka dumedisa ka lebitso ke nna Sherry ya Molemi, ke nna president ya Women's League. Okay, se nka tlhotlheletsang bommane ko for ba re join ba be le rune ba tabogile rune mo re yang gona cause nna mo ke ke lebelela motho wa gore a gona mane ka gae a e gae cause a gona mpape a gona motho wa monna ya aka go disambana a le wana gona monna like normal a gona monna ka sa go disibana a ntoshi go se le mane ka gae so ko ra gore go botlhokwa gore go ngwana mo re sepelang gona go be le bo mmane ka gare ntle le mmane fela dilo di ka sa maki cause dilo tsa go tla melao di tukeng ba ke askis kore ntho maele matsa bona ba tswadi cause bana ba go tla ga njana mo ke ke lebelela ba la tlhega bana ba go tla o kra ebe so re na di teenage pregnancy ne so di tlhola go gona o kra bana ba bangwana o kra ba tsule taulo so go ya ka nna ke bona ka re mo re sepelang gona go be le bo mmane go botlhokwa gore re sepele batho ba bo mmane ka mogare
President Mesli. So to go back to the General Secretary. General Secretary, I want to know the internal processes of the Winners political party, or the choose of young the candidate, or if you decide like leadership, or maybe you go to the public, or whatever.
No, I recall a bure. Pass back as a foot. Kikena and a question yao. Rune mo mokgatlong wa rune batho ba ngwana ba re tshepa mo ga tukulugo ene re tshepa mo setšhabeng a gona mokgatlo wa re o ka ba o ba le matla ka ntle le setšhaba mokgatlo kwa setšhaba ai wa rune re leadership rune re bodie mokgatlo mara mokgatlo la ke ba le di driver di kua malaineng mo re yang gona kwa setšhabeng bjalo rune mo rena le candidate a re rune be re kwa re thabela gore ke candidate a re fo tloga re go beya mo wa re go be official candidate re a go tseya re yana go kwa setšhabeng re fite mo la setšhabeng re go introduce le rone re te introduce re kurune ba man re tle kana ke mo ka re introduce candidate re be mo gare ga setšhaba mo setšhaba sa go thabele go ra gore ka bo madimabe wa tloga gana mo ne ka re wena o ka sa boutile ke rone wa kgetha ke setšhaba setšhaba se o kgetha ka mabaka ya sona ya mabuji ba ka sa for re ya mothabela e le gore a gona se butši se ba se bonne mmago go pula gore pele o kgetha nna o nkgetha ka re o bonne ditirelonyana tse di itseng mo gaka so re go be setšhaba sa go thabela ke moka gore a re mo se go thabele le rone re ya go thabela ke moka re go bea bele semmušo gore o candidate ya the Winners Movement Party mara ditirelo tsewa o berekele setšhaba o sa o gola ba bangwana ba ka kua gae o gola di-girlfriend o gola bo papa le bo mmane ka kua gae berekela setšhaba sela se o giteng ka go tshepagana mola ba šupetse gore o moswa wa go nyaka go bona mo nageng ya geno go na le diphetogo ka mantsweane ke ra gore the Winners Movement Party mission le aim ya go go be le diphetogo.
Okay, thank you. Are you going to contest all the work around Mpumalanga, or maybe we are concentrating on Tabachu, Bushbuck Ridge, or the other areas?
Okay, ki ke nagana mone mswara marap e re ke beso fo gane bjalo ka re mo sa thomo mo re hlera re sale phatjare e sa thoma go bopeganya na ke bjalo ka baka la re le president o hlalosire re sepela ka zero budget go ra gore gane bjalo se re focus ga sona go kana ga di masipala tsa the entire Bushbuck Ridge re contest ga tsona ka moka ga tsona re gone go representa batho ba Bushbuck Ridge ka moka re tlo mona go etswela pele re tlo kena tse dingwana tse ka moka ga tsona mona go etswela pele mara fo gane bjalo re sataboga mo Bushbuck Ridge fela.
Okay, thank you, General Secretary. Here in Bushbuck Ridge, we have 3 zones. We have North Zone, we have the South Zone, and we even have Midland Zone. Are you also contesting on South Zone and Midland Zone? Because most of the candidates that I see them around North Zone.
Yeah, let me come in on that one. The Winners Movement Party, as you are indicating, that Bushbuck Ridge is divided into 3 zones. We are going to contest Bushbuck Ridge local municipality and also Enkhuizen district municipality. We are going to contest for that. All the zones, we are going to be all over. We are still in the process of electing candidates. It is just that because of limitation of time and limitation of resources, that is why you can see that we still have a little number of our candidates that you may know. You know that now we have a candidate from Ward 15, we have candidate from Ward 18, candidate from Ward 16, candidate from Ward 40 in the meantime. Whereas we have 40 wards where we are in a process I believe that before the end of August, we'll be having candidates all over, from Ward 1 until Ward 40. We're going to contest the election.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. President.
Well, you guys have unpacked so much, and we truly are excited for what you guys are going to be doing with the Women's League and with everything that you have lined up. So what can people expect from you from now and going forward? And how do they get in touch with you if they want to interact or be a part of this movement?
No, what people should expect from us is that they should expect development change, because we want to make sure that we bring new ideas to the public, things that people were not expecting it to happen, which I cannot unleash the mission now or expose the mission, that what is our mission now, but they should expect something different from other political parties, that they've trusted them with their votes, they've trusted them with their families and everything that they've invested to politics. And also, if they want to get hold of us, for now, we are still there at 10 Boys. That's why we are still trying to initiate our office. But as soon as I've indicated that before the end of August, then everyone will know that we are where they can get us, where we are located. But for now, in the meantime, because we're running a zero budget, we have requested that we'll be there 10 Boys, but we are not doing any activity. It's a place whereby if you want to acquire information regarding the Winners Movement Party, you find people, relevant people to explain to you. Then they give you contact to say, can be in touch with the Secretary General, can be in touch with the President, can be in touch with the Chairperson, so they can be in touch with you, then communicate with you, then giving you relevant information that you are looking for.
Okay, thank you, President. So, President, what's your view on the illegal immigration and the march?
When you are saying Valas Plaza Shop, for me to indicate an example for you, we are having a village so-called Bielan. It's far away. It's 8 kilometers to drive from Bielan to Akonukmon. Then we are having elder people there who are busy playing society, this and that. If they are having funerals, they will be able to go and buy flour there. Then they are saving cost, which they don't have. They're depending or relying on the grant. But if you are closing those Plaza Shop, then we are saying until relevant stakeholder should come and take over. Then what if they took 2 years, they don't come? You mean that our people should struggle? You mean that our people should not have access to buy anything there? Because most of the people, these illegal, these foreign nation business people, they are assisting, because when you go to a foreign shop, you want a cashback, they'll give you that. But go to a South African business, that you will never receive. But the only issue that we want them to correct, it's on issue of how are they charging, because they're saying when you request a 100 Rand cashback, they charge you 10 Rand. We told them and we've indicated that that is against the law. Let them assist our people without any extra charges. And also, we are happy because they are bringing changes to our community. Some of them, but those who are in towns, they're the ones who are selling drugs. They're the ones who are bringing Yahupe to our people. But those ones there whom are there at residential areas, not those who are residing at towns, they're the ones who are creating problems. But we're not part of that, and we're not supporting that to shortcut my response.
Okay, really, President, Baba accused of the horror, but it's our expert. So, what's your view on that?
On that one, we as the Winners Movement Party, each and every month, even if you can go to any shop that is around Ekonuk and Bushbuckridge in large, they'll tell you that it's a group of people whom on a day-to-day, we are making sure that we are monitoring, we are checking, without being permitted by anyone. We have given ourselves authority, because remember, we are the first residents of Akonuk. We are the first resident of Bushbuckridge. Then we cannot allow a situation whereby there will be any shop that will be selling anything expired. The only problem that we have indicated is that we are not going to accuse them of things that we did not witness. If there's anyone who are saying they are accusing them selling expiring things, let them provide the proof before. Say this shop, the whole shop, everything it has expired. They're just an accusation. People that are just copy and pasting things that it's happening at KZN, what's happening at Wheat Bank. We've sold pills inside snacks. We've sold a lot of things that is happening. But here in Bushbuckridge, we never witnessed that. Also, they're saying they are they are copy and pasting product. It's something they create cokes, they do snacks, they do whatsoever. But here in Bushbuckridge, there is no fact to that. Even yourself, I believe that you never witnessed that, and you never heard that there's a fact to where they are busy trying to manufacture some product. It's only a hearsay. Hearing people from outside, we see video from Wheatbank, we see videos from Rustenburg, and wheresoever that we can mention.
Okay, a follow-up question, Mr. President. When you say you are against the march, are you going to protect the shops, or what are you going to do?
We are not going to protect the shops. Remember, there's no an individual or any political organization or community people who are being mandated and being given powers. Remember, we are having a first president of South Africa, which is President Ramaphosa. He addressed the nation, indicating that only relevant stakeholders, they are the ones who are supposed to do such things. To say if they get a non-complying business or a non-complying foreign nation individual here in South Africa, they are going to close that shop, and that person will be arrested and be deported back to their original nation. So we're not going to protect them. We are saying that if relevant stakeholders, they will be present tomorrow while they are closing those shops, we are going to fully agree to that. But if not so, we are going to make sure that the law will take the course on that one, because I believe that what they've applied for, they've applied to go and submit a memorandum and instruct relevant stakeholders to take over what is their duties.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Mr. President. And now we are going back again. I want you to tell the viewers, or maybe the young people who lost votes, or who lost hope, how vote. How can you encourage them to come back, like to bring that thing more?
No, the word of encouragement that I can give to voters who have lost hope already, I may say we are here as the Winners Movement Party. There is this song, Yamachangan, we are here, Koma TPA, Ringet in Akatiko Bushbuckridge, Mbonakuma TPA, Matai and Lai, Matipa, Comemano Talasunen, Mateo with this and Sena Avanantero, it will say some jang what I sang. So we are saying to them, they should not lose hope. The reason why a lot of young people or people, they've decided to say we are doing away with politics, it's simple because they've joined the politics without great intentions. They joined to say we want to benefit leaderships, want to benefit footpaths, want them to build us RDP houses. Join any organization with intention to say, I want to develop change. I want to bring change to my communities. I want to make sure that there will be change. Change should start with me. Because for an example, I want to go back to the issue of that foreign nations whom have taken over the economy of South Africa in large. It is simple because we are not being funded for to open those stores. According to the law of South Africa, it indicates that before you open any store or any business, since you are from outside South Africa, you should have 5 million rand in your account. But we have witnessed that because our municipalities, they are the ones who are providing permits for them to open stores here in South Africa, for them to open those plazas. They are being permitted by this organization because their focus, it is not on implementing what is being written. Because you cannot take someone who's not a graduate, someone who's not relevant to that office. If you can take me today, you're saying, Moyane, I want to place you under financial office. I know nothing about finances. What am I going to do there? I'm going to relax. I'll be receiving bribes. A lot of things will be happening. Then the problem with that is that people, now they're being discouraged because what they've joined, they don't benefit it. So we are saying to them, they should refrain from that mind of them thinking that when I join the ANC, I will be benefiting. When I join the Winners, I will be receiving food parcel. When I join DA, I will be receiving whatsoever. And we are saying that as the Winners, we are not an organization of t-shirts, but we are an organization that's willing to bring development and change.
Okay, thank you, President. General Secretary, I want to check with you here. Do you have the policy of cadre deployment where you only deploy your comrades?
Okay, no, ke go leboga for the Mompile sebaka. Mo ga the Winners Movement Party. a re bereke ka policy ya gore mo ke na le ma-comrades meaning mo go tla any opportunity ya mmereko ke thoma ka ma-comrades. Remember gore the main aim ya the Winners Movement Party ke go tlisa phetogo mo setšhabeng. Phetogo re tlisa bjang re maka ba gore batho ba kgone bona re tlisa phetogo ke go batse mo le moetapele re tšiba gore mo le moetapele o beya setšhaba sa go pele mo go tlile ga re go a diwa setšhaba se die pele nna ke le moetapele ke tla ka morago meaning runa re leadership ka mo la ma-comrade re se plan na re na le mentality la re berekela batho ke mka mo se re berekele batho gona le space ya rona le ka tla re ngathanyana re tota re šielana re ngathelana mara fo gane bjalo re bereka ka re tseye chance engwe le ngwana re ikry-a batho ba kgone go ntsha tlala ka mogae re ba tšhele mona spaceng sela ba kgone go bereka ka tselenene ke go kry-a di-chances tsa re batho ba be le tshepo mo ga rona mara mo re ka nyaka go bereka bjala ka mekgatlho mengwane ke sa nyakeng go e-mention a re berekisa se-comrade go feta setšhaba sela se re beyeng kua godimo maemong then re tla ba le problem tse nna re nyaka go di bona mo mokgatlheng wa rona mokgatlho o kua baswa ba tši ba rona tshokolo ke se tla mohutamang. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. How many what are we going to win? Like, I want you to predict, like, maybe we are going to win 10 watts, or we are taking total power, or what? How many what do you think?
E re go fetole mogagesho nna re ba so ba bangwana ba re na le confidence ga anything re maka ke hlaye ka re more optimistic. We are the go-getters really.
Okay.
Arune batho ba go give up. So rena re teputse gore Bushbuckridge ka moka re a itseya a ke nyako bala ke re tseya masepala wa Bush ka moka ba ona come dark or shine re na le bona re a tseya mo.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, General Secretary. Mr. President, which 3 things that you will do after taking the total municipality in conclusion?
Now, 3 things that we're going to do. We are going to deal with the element of tendering system. We want to implement so-called employment through our municipality. We are having graduates. We cannot employ private engineers, or else we're having engineers who are graduate, then they're just there at home. We are going to make a database of employment that if we're having a 1-month contract, for example, want to construct a bridge, we are going to look on that database, then we take those people that are the ones who are going to design that, then they will be receiving salaries. There will be a contract of a year that we're going to empower people, other than to say we're going to take 10 million, give it to a contractor who's going to use 2 million rand, and they benefit the other 8 million. They will rather save money other than to empower only an individual. Rather empower most of the people. We're going to change the system of employment in the municipality. Actually, in a nutshell, we're going to change the system of employment. Second thing is we're going to make sure that we prioritize the internal street of Bushbuckridge. People should have access to road, because if you don't have access to road, you are being denied your first right. Because you cannot access your clinic, you cannot access your medication, you cannot access your school. For an example, Maripa High School, when it's a rainy season, the teachers and school children, it becomes difficult for them to have an access to that school. It means that they are denying these school children their right to go and learn. They are denying those teachers their right to go and work. So we are going to change that. We are going to make sure that we prioritize actually roads and streets that are very much important to our people. Then one last thing that we are promising people that we're going to do for them, it is that we will make sure that the element of crime will deal with it with relevant structures, not with our own hands, our own strength or power. We don't have power to deal with that, but together as united with other stakeholders, we can do something as a solution to deal with the elements of crime. We don't care what type of crime is that one, but we're going to deal with that because we want to work with relevant stakeholders, those who are willing to work with us. I thank you.
Okay, I get it, Mr. President. Mikey.
All right, you've heard from the Winners Party movement what their aim is, and we hope that you are going to follow in their movement and support and be a part of it, because this is for you as a young person out there. Most of you have dreams, you want to start businesses, you want to go out there. There's more to life than just copying other people. There are many social media influencers already, and you need to pave the path for yourself. Be confident, be bold, and remember that this party is here for you, and we hope that you will follow them. And we're going to ask just one last question. Do you have a Facebook page that the youth can interact with you on?
Yes, the Facebook page, it is there, but not yet active, because we said we want to reframe away from the issue of social media platform. Because remember, social media platform, it has two options. It's either it will build you, and it's either it will destroy you. And we have dwelled much on the disadvantage part of social media. To say social media, we can destroy ourselves, not the public destroying us by the things that we'll be posting, and after that people will be criticizing the party, because we don't want a space whereby any young person or any young leader will dwell much on social media. We want to be an organization that is there on the ground. We don't want to use the issue of social media platform for now until we go through the elections. It is then we're going to sit down and restructure this organization, because remember, we never went for a conference. We are still going to hold a national conference whereby we are still going to elect a new structure, whereby there's a possibility that the next time when we are going to hold an interview or somewhere else, you see the Winners Movement Party running their programs, I'm no longer the president. Maybe the secretary might take over as the president, and whosoever they can take over. We are still going for a conference. So we want to be an organization that will be saying that before our term come to an end, then there will be things that we have left back under social media, because Facebook page should be administered by the secretary. Any media, anything that has to do with media should be addressed by the secretary. But we say we are refraining away from the issue of Facebook pages, issue of TikToks, this and that. Even if you can search us, you will not find us posting anything, whether it's good, it's bad. Even if when we assist the public, we cannot take pictures, then we put it to the public, say we have assisted young people with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We believe that it's a way of discouraging people. When you assist them, then at the end of the day, you post them, it becomes a problem. Because most of these people, they're having families, they feel offended to say, look, they've assisted, yes, I agree. But the problem is, why did they post it to you? It means that they did not assist you deep from their hearts.
Well, yeah, they're avoiding optics, which could portray a narrative of, oh, we're doing this to look good. So they're wanting to do things in private, have an impact where the people themselves get to speak well without them being their own PR machine. As you've heard from the Winners Party movement, we are grateful to have them in studio, and we hope that you got so much from them and you'll make the right decision. Remember that voting is important, and as a young person, you need to make the right choices. So we are truly grateful for our guests, and we hope to hear from them soon enough. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you here at the Auckland Bush Podcast. Remember, Facebook, Auckland Bush Podcast, and stay blessed. God bless.
Auckland Bush Podcast. Real talk, real thoughts. Let's connect.